That is right. That is right. That is right. We are on the case. It is 8 o'clock. Music is not synced up. It is 8 o'clock. Pacific Standard Time. You know what your cryptids are?
Yeah, he's taking that back. I
We
think
are season 4, episode number 9.
only 9.
Only
Yeah.
9.
Yeah, we should be at what, 11 or 12?
We missed a few days. Yeah, we should have been a little bit further on, but it is what it is, And then, of course, as soon as we get done with season 5, season 5, episode 20 will be our 100th episode. I think we need to do something really big and spectacular for season number 5, but we're still on season number 4, so we ain't going to get that far ahead of ourselves.
Absolutely. And hello, Tammy, our favorite number one fan.
We are continuing with Haunted Island Month. Today we are talking about Poveglia. It's easy for me to say. God, I really should have had a drink for this one. It's in Italy. So a little bit about Poveglia. Small island located between Venice and Lido in the Venetian lagoon of northern Italy. A small canal divides the island into 2 separate parts. So that's about it. Now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. So we know where it is. You had to read through how to say Poveglia.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be a new drinking game. Anyone who's actually watching this on your off time, not in a car. Every time Doc gets up something and he mispronounces the word, you should have a shot. Maybe that should be our Halloween show.
I'll just do the drink myself. No worrying about the shot there.
So we are on Poveglia Island. It's creepy, it's spooky, and for a time even a little kooky.
I've never even heard of this place.
It is, it's a creepy little island in Italy. I know that certain Ghost Adventure show type of thing was there.
Not Zach Baggins. Come on.
Not Zach Baggins. First, we're not going to sit there and just start screaming and yelling and running off camera willy-nilly. Maybe that's what we ought to do for our 100. Just the entire show is just us going, ah! Oh my God! No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so tonight's Haunted Island takes us to a creepy little place full of disturbed spirits and a very spooky past filled with death, decay, and hauntings just the way we like it.
Absolutely.
We are going to visit the Poveglia. And by the way, Tammy actually did kind of put out how to pronounce it in the article that she wrote up for us. Located off the coast of Venice, Italy, the island strikes fear into many. It has many creepy urban legends, including claims of the tortured souls of the dead that still roam the island, haunting anyone who dares step foot on the island. There are some creepy facts about Poveglia Island that may make the hairs on your body stand on end, make your heart race, or give you the biggest goosebumps. All stuff we absolutely enjoy.
Absolutely.
Because, we're paranormal investigators. We're the dumb bastards that, hey, we've seen dogmen in the woods. Let's go back there. Hey, we just got chased by a dogman who was chasing our truck. Let's go back to where it was.
Yeah, let's not bring that up right now. Okay. Enough.
Oh, where was it? Anyway, the island was used for many purposes over time. It started out as a port in the centuries followed the Roman Empire. It is said the island may have been used as a quarantine island during the Black Death of 1348. Poveglia is said to be overcrowded with restless souls. It has a dark history and is said to be one of the most haunted places in Europe, a continent saturated with tales of ghosts and the paranormal. Many of those ghosts came courtesy of the Black Death, which swept through Europe in the 14th century, killing out millions of people and covering the entire population in some cities in half in a matter of months or even weeks, a la Thanos.
Damn.
I haven't watched a lot of the Avengers and Thanos. It's been a weird weekend. And the bubonic plague didn't stop after the famous outbreak of 1348. Instead, it reappeared again and again for centuries. Because it just doesn't go away. It's like a bad ex-girlfriend. The Black Death and other plague outbreaks has made Poveglia Island, which is a quarantine station to isolate Venetians afflicted by the devastating disease. If you were sick and brought to the island, you knew death was coming. And that's not just because of the Grim Reaper on a boat sitting offside the shoreline, which is waiting.
He just wanted to take you out there.
We're taking you somewhere else, man. You could be all right.
Absolutely. He's just going to throw you overboard.
Ring around the roses from Mitchstone. The Black Death. Where was it? Oh, yeah. Then came the Dark Era, the grim legacy of Poveglia. The spooky history actually goes back to the merchant ships that came to the port of Venice in the 18th century, specifically in 1776. 2 ships came into port with the bubonic plague caused by fleas and was forced to stop and stay on the island. This is where the story gets interesting.
Wow.
The Black Death and other plague outbreaks have made Poveglia their quarantine station to isolate Venetians afflicted by the devastating disease. If you were sick and brought to the island, you knew death was coming. Victims of the incurable bubonic plague were sent to the island. When you get there, you see what you think are doctors. They're wearing strange masks with bird-like beaks. Beaks were filled with herbs that would purify an illness. What they didn't know was that the plague was brought on by a bacteria instead of a virus. Upon their deaths, the living would dig plague pits and put the bodies of the deceased in them. Sometimes they would cover them up and put signs up warning people to not go near them. Even in death, the dead could still pose a risk to others. Of course, you just got dead bodies laid everywhere.
Right? Yeah, let's not bury them.
This plague, and they're fighting, and
yeah, let's just pile them up in a pile and not even bury the damn poor souls.
Let's just put all the plagues on one island. The 2 plagues can have little plague babies and merge and super plague.
Got super plague.
The living going around messing with the bodies didn't help either. Why would you go around messing with the bodies? They would reopen the pits, but more people in. There would be times that they would find blood seeping from organs. They would blame it on a vampire, but it would be caused by decomposing bodies and their gases blowing up the internal organs. Why would you go and reopen a grave?
Oh, damn.
It's vampires. No, you got the mega viruses. Okay? It's like Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man in the 80s. The mega powers, the mega viruses, and they're coming together. Owning a vampire? Oh. It's chaos in this show.
It's going to be one tonight, that's for sure.
It's going to be crazy, man. With such a cesspool disease, some of the victims were burned in the deep pits, even with them still alive.
So now we're throwing living people in the pits. They're not dead yet, but hey, let's just throw them in the pits anyway. They're going to die anyhow.
They're going to die eventually. Then Bruce out in the boat.
And to top it off, let's just torch them on fire.
Just torch them all. Come on. We were dumb enough to open up a pit of all the dead bodies. Hey, you know what? James? We're going to bury all these bodies over here in this pit. Now we're out of places to bury people, so let's reopen the pit with all the diseased people and put more bodies on top.
Right? Jesus.
And then Uncle Ed, he's going to die soon enough. Just throw him in the pit, too. Just throw Ed right in the pit. Get him over with.
God.
Locals tell that over 160,000 deaths occurred on the island. One bit of information that we found was that 50% of the island may be covered in ash. So the entire island is just one big crematorium, pretty much, it sounds like.
Yeah.
The local fishermen refuse to go near the shores of the island for the belief that the island is now cursed due to the ashes of the victims and dirt have all been mixed together. They have reported screams and moans coming from the island and also the ringing of the bell in the clock tower. Right there. You and me, we're in a boat. We're coming up on the island. Church bells are ringing. We know it's an abandoned island. What do we do, James?
Hell, I'm jumping on board. Hell, I ain't running away. I got that far. I may as well just continue the journey. May as well.
Well, no, it's just a one big crematorium.
We'll sacrifice ourselves for others. We'll get down to the truth. We'll figure it out.
Or we'll just leave us there with some beer and some whiskey. Seeing as how the bell had been removed long before, this leads to an interesting impossibility.
What?
Yeah, so there apparently is no bell, so let's rethink that one.
Well, hell, then I just lock me up in the sail asylum. Preferably one that's haunted.
There's a little girl spirit that is believed to have been on the island for over 400 years. The spirit, known as Little Marie, has been seen walking on the beach crying. It is believed that she died from the plague. Many of the spirits on the island are from the time of the bubonic plague. So, there's a whole host of things going on even before you get on the island. You got the bell ringing, but there is no bell. You got a little girl walking the beach crying.
Yeah, take the hat off. Dude, let's just go. Put it on the bucket list. Shit.
Why not? What if we've survived everything else? Why not? But you know what? Our dumbass luck, there would be dogmen on the island. There would be Italian dogmen on the island chasing us around said island.
Hey, we'll have the dogman and the sheep squatch fighting over the domain of the dead. Oh, off rails this soon. Shit.
We're 14 minutes in. We're already skewed way the hell out. Mitch Dunn says, where is this place? Venice, Italy. Sammy beat me to it. Really, we have good shows from time to time. They're really action-packed.
Yeah, this is an entertaining one so far.
They're entertaining. They're just off the rails. All right, let's fast forward to 1922. Plague is over. The island is now going to become a mental hospital. Of course.
Why not? Hell,
why not? Just
come on.
Tack on a mental hospital on top of a crematorium. Why not?
Real quick question. Whose idea was it for this topic tonight?
This was actually mine. I just gave Tammy a list of islands.
Well, dude, this is perfect. Thank you. This makes for the perfect weekend. Now we're going from plague to mental hospitals. What else do we got?
I don't know. Got to go down the page a little bit longer.
Got to go down the old rabbit hole?
Got to go down the rabbit hole.
Right.
The country was able to hide away the psychiatric patients by sending them to Poveglia. So basically, you're hiding people away. Yeah, okay, this is not making the island any more safer. Okay, it's plagues. It's, this plague, that plague. And then we're going to burn everybody. And then we're going to burn people while they're still almost alive and almost dead. And then we got the little ghost. We got the bell. Now we're going to take mental hospital.
Right.
We're going to put it on the island, but we're not going to tell anybody that it's there. We're just going to shuffle people away very quietly. So no, that's just not adding to the island's colorful history of, a soul that's been wronged, and now you're just hiding people away on an island.
Oh, it's just the island of misfits.
There's psychiatric patients on a haunted island that was used to burn bodies.
I wonder how many of them actually saw a little girl on the beach.
But who would believe them?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, these people could have, not been, all the way gone. And they're talking about seeing things moving through the walls, and the staff's just going, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we at? 16 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it'll make a good highlight reel on TikTok later.
Right.
All right. According to legend, patients at the asylum were experimented on in extremely cruel ways. Of course they were. Why the hell not? Why not? We shuffle them over there onto the island of the dead, the big crematorium, and now we're going to experiment on them. Wow. I mean,
poor soul.
I'm wondering, was there satanic worship? It was some rituals later on down the road. Just to...
Yeah, you got all those guinea pigs.
We got a high applause from Josh Logan. All right. Many of the practices were even illegal from these experiments. The doctor was said to have performed lobotomies on the patients. How you ask, with a chisel and a hammer above the patient's right eye. They made a movie about this. House on Haunted Hill. There was the old black and white version. Then there was a newer version, I think in the early 2000s. And it never went good for anybody.
Nope. It sure didn't.
It is believed that the hospital director committed suicide by throwing himself off the clock tower. Now we got a suicide tacked on to everything else. Why not? This was after he lost his mind from witnessing the barbaric acts in the hospital.
Well, duh. I mean, you're in a mental hospital. You're in charge of it. I mean, come on. Somebody's going to have to lose their mind eventually.
Well, you're not just in a mental hospital that is hidden away from everybody where you're experimenting on people, but it's also where you took a bunch of people from the plagues and you burned them, sometimes alive. So
Exactly.
This island has got layers and layers and layers of bad. No, this is all Hollywood movies. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. How much better could it be? Josh asks, James, is that a sheep squatch behind you? Yes, it is. This is actually a good topic for the night. Other stories suggest that the chief doctor, the one responsible for the atrocious acts, was the one who committed suicide. It is said that he was torturing the victims in the bell tower after them telling him that they saw a ghost wandering around the hospital grounds. Didn't we just say that earlier? That if the mental patients are seeing ghosts walking around, who's going to believe them? Now we have maybe the doctor did it. When he saw the ghost himself, he leapt to his death. The ghost supposedly those of his victims. So yeah, poor guy set himself up to fall.
Absolutely.
The story of the doctor or the director is widely circulated. It is primarily based on local legends and had not been fully substantiated by any historical records. Of course not. You're on an island that doesn't technically exist.
No records. Yes.
There's no records. We're going to take this island as a plague and nobody wants to go to, and we're going to put all the mental patients over there, and we're just going to not tell anybody about it. Then we're going to do illegal experimentations on people, but we're not going to tell anybody about it.
And then we're going to have the director be just suicidal and actually kill himself off the bell tower.
Yes, but it's not been fully, let me read that little sentence. Had not been fully substantiated by any historical records. That's because they don't want you to know that they messed up.
Uh-huh.
Of
Maybe
course
the
there's not
mental
going to be
hospital burned and all the records burned with it.
everything would be off the books. You wouldn't want anybody to know.
Right?
The story of the doctor or director is widely circulated. It's primarily based on local legends, even though I'm still going to say on that one, you know what? I think that actually did happen. And they're just going to cover it up as much as possible.
I think so.
According to walksofitaly.com, there is no concrete evidence regarding the story of Doctor or any suicide attempts. Liars! There was, however, definitely an asylum on the island. The hospital closed in 1968 after decades of torture and suffering. So, yeah, it's been open for a while.
Damn, it lasted a while.
Yeah, but there's no concrete evidence, but there is an asylum. 1 + 1 = 2. That's all I'm going to say. The hospital closed in 1968 after decades of torture and suffering. The inhumane treatments and lobotomies are part of the horror of the island. If you add the death of the director and or doctor, it makes it even more eerie. It has been inhabited ever since it closed, but occasionally visitors are allowed through with government permission.
So now it's a government-owned island?
It sounds like it's a government-owned island. Hey, we like to go over to this island, where it's just crazy and bad things happen. We like to go over there and lose our minds. But nothing ever happened. Nothing ever happened. Oh, we saw records.
And why would visitors want to go to this island? Do they not know the history of it?
I think they're crazy people like us.
Oh, well, then they're just... Okay, they lost their mind like we have.
Well, we just throw that on the bottom of the screen, Because I believe...
Yeah.
I believe they went.
It wouldn't surprise me. They go everywhere.
Well, they used to go everywhere until they had a bad dream and they don't fly and everything's driving.
Yeah, they haven't been to hell yet. Hell probably doesn't even want them. And
Put up, stop. All right, where was that? Hey, we almost made it a half hour. We're so off the rails. Yeah, if you think this is entertaining, everybody, give us a comment. I'm not drunk. James might be on his way because
no,
not yet.
Yes, Josh, that is Sheep Squatch back there. Thanks to Darren, the doc man.
All right, so there are more spirits on the island. Of course, there is. From when it used to be a psychiatric hospital. One of the spirits is Pietro. He has 2 amputated legs and loves racing his wheelchair around the hospital. I don't want to see that. I don't want to come across that.
You don't?
I don't think I want to after everything else. The minute you get on the beach, there's a scary girl, right? Even before you get on the beach, there's the bell. Okay.
I'm sorry. I actually want to see that because I think it would be hilarious.
Yeah, but it's just like one big paranormal thing after another paranormal thing after another paranormal thing. And then I got Pietro racing around the hospital with his wheelchair. He has 2 amputated legs and loves racing his wheelchair around the hospital. Another is Federico, who is a spirit that laughs out loud every day.
Okay, no, that's all right. I'll pass that.
A female spirit goes around with a terrified look on her face. It said she is still scared of the mad doctor that tortured her with cruel experiments. So, this island just seems to it sounds like it's like a haunted house, where every turn of everywhere you go is something new.
This aisle, we got, wheelchair Pedro, Federico.
We got Pedro coming around the corner.
Down down this aisle, we got the gal at the yeah, okay.
Looks terrified at everything. You go around another corner. There's Frederico, who's just laughing at you.
It almost reminds me of a Kmart special, blue light special. Down that aisle, you'll find pots and pans, $59.99. All right.
Josh Logan says, I want to see. Josh Logan is the man who wants to pet all the puppies. Hey, that puppy's 5 foot tall and looks like it's going to eat you. And he says, I want to pet that puppy.
Right?
Hey, Josh, how about we go to this island? I'm all over it. I'll help push the wheelchair. We'll have wheelchair races. That would be Josh. He'd probably bring his own wheelchair.
He is our so willing bait.
Oh, okay, all right. There are other creepy things like a pair of huge eyes just below the water level and people seeing faces behind windows. So yeah, now you got a pair of eyes hanging out on the water. Faces inside windows. Sammy says, Large Marge from Pee-wee's Big Adventure is what that lady brings to mind, the scary one.
Dang.
When people visit the island, they feel like they're being watched and followed around.
Well, duh. What do you think?
Everything.
I mean, you've got all these dead bodies, in the masquerades. You got the doctor. You got the little girl. Hell, man, you got the wheelchair racer. And come on. Of course you're going to be creeped out.
And an face looking in through windows, and you look out in the water. So, I mean, basically, it even sounds like even before you get to the island, you got the bell, you got the light, the eyeballs, the girl on the beach, and then just every twist and turn and everything else.
At this point in time, you just may as well jump back on that boat with the Grim Reaper. You might have better chances.
Jamie Logan wants to know, I wonder if they have UFO sightings like in Catalina. Why not? Why not? Let's add Bigfoot to the list at this point. This island just sounds like it's a non-stop rave party going on. When people visit the island, they feel like they're being watched and followed around. There are 2 entrances to the hospital. One of them is very scary, as you have to crawl through the crematoriums where people say they have been pushed and scratched while there.
Okay, so you're entering through a crematorium.
You have to crawl through the crematorium to get into the hospital.
Yeah, no. No. Absolutely not.
And they feel like they're being pushed and scratched. Wow. I mean, this one's got a good topic because this house, this island.
It's got it all, man.
It's got it. It's bonus, as Josh Logan says in the chat. Bonus. I mean, you just need to add UFOs and a couple Bigfoot and a couple Dogmen and the Sheep Squatch. And hey, you know what? We got the perfect party, man.
You forgot the Mothman.
Oh, we got to get the Mothman in there, too.
Yeah, see? Now it's a party.
All right. Now we are in August of 2025. Just 2 weeks ago, a group of Vietnamese secured a 99-year lease to transform the island into an urban park to create a space for locals and counteract over-tourism. Only locals will be allowed to visit the park. The 18.5-acre island was previously on the auction block in 2014. A land developer wanted to create a public park, a marina, a restaurant, a hostel, and a study center. A local group fought to have the land stay part of Venice and not become a private entity.
Oh, I could just see so much shit going on if that ever happened.
So you're going to turn it into an urban park for locals only.
They'd be digging up so much stuff. You never know what part of the island the bodies are buried in. I
It
mean, it's,
sounds like they're buried all over. So I mean, it's like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you never know which direction the bodies are in. I mean,
come on, kids, let's go to the park. Get in the boat.
you run into bones and bodies and stuff. You're gonna have to stop any kind of construction. You know how long that would end up taking them to transform that into some park?
Just an urban park for locals and the counteract over tourism.
Hell, at this point in time, they just may as well say it's an amusement park, charged to go over there and just see what's there and then leave again.
I mean, why in the hell would anybody who's aware of this island want to take their kids? Hey, kids, get in the boat. We're going over to the park. Let's go.
Yeah. Why take kids if you know the history of that island? That makes absolutely no sense. If I was a little kid, I'd say, Mom and Dad, go fuck yourself. Not happening.
Well, think about it. I mean, you're going to have the kids coming up going, hey, Mommy, Daddy, there was a nice man with no legs and a wheelchair racing around and wanted me to race him.
Oh,
That's fine, honey. That's fine. And then there's just some guy that just laughs.
yeah, and then there's that little girl over there in these old clothes on the beach, and she wanted us to play in the water. Yeah.
I think her name was La Llorona. That's Mexico. Well, we'll talk about La Llorona when we get to Mexico.
We're gonna be hitting Mexico soon, huh?
Eventually, if we got to hit more things, man, we're gonna run out of places. Eventually, maybe, possibly, I don't know. I mean, why would you put a public park and then this other guy? I'm going to put a public park, a marina, a restaurant, a hospital, and study center. How are you going to study anything with a screaming man and a laughing man and faces in the windows and the bell going off? But there's no bell.
Dang.
It's a time when you just want to take the island and just wall it off and be like, nope, you're done.
Dang.
All right, now, Tammy did add a skeptic's corner.
Wow, we're hitting Skeptic's Corner a good 20 minutes early?
Yeah, we'll cover it down and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Logan says they just knock everything down and increase the activity and turn it into a Halloween destination vacation spot. Jamie, your husband would want to go all the time. I mean, that would really piss him off. I mean, that they can knock down all the buildings and everything else. Oh, yeah. Activity is going to skyrocket.
The moaning and groaning.
Okay.
Oh, this is good. Oh, yeah, this actually turned out to be a better show tonight than I thought it was going to be. This is awesome.
All right. So,
too late, Josh. You're going anyway.
Some Skeptics Corner. We're just going to dive into it. It's going to take a while. What do you think? Was the Mad Doctor driven to his death by the spirits of those he killed, or was he just a story to make the place more creepy? I say he existed because everything was black books. It was off the record.
Yeah, I definitely do. Hell, can't convince me otherwise.
I mean, you put a sane asylum on an island, and it's hush hush. Yes, I believe that anything that happens out of that one is not just going to be some fairy tale. It's not just some local legend. No, I believe all that stuff really happened at that point, and them saying, no, it didn't happen. Now, that's as bad as St. Helens saying, we didn't have Shanghai tunnels. They didn't exist. But don't look over there in the road that just caved in.
Well, you're not letting that one go, are you?
Oh, no, I am never letting that one go. Walks of Italy says, another version of the story says that the asylum's director went crazy and jumped off the clock tower. But according to legend, it wasn't the jump that caused his death. It was a mysterious fog.
Okay, whatever. How can a mysterious fog kill somebody?
We got the old movie The Fog. Pirates hidden in the fog. Maybe this was all the insane asylum victims hidden in the fog, walking through.
All the plague victims coming out of the pits on fire.
That would be interesting. That would probably explain a lot. Sounds like a Scooby-Doo mystery.
Scooby-Doo.
Tammy spends so much time working on these reports and everything, and we spend the next 40 minutes just
Martina
peering wildly off of there.
We got Martina in the house.
Got Josh Logan saying it was the ground that causes death, not the jump. It was, Tammy says in the chat, it was that exploding gas from the ancient intestines.
The burning fires of the intestines. Wow.
Oh, okay. So, go ahead.
I'm just still blown away that they want to turn that island into a park. I'm sorry.
For locals only. I mean, come on. We want to go and explore.
But they won't let us. We're not locals.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to move to Italy. That means I have to learn Italian. How about this? The ghosts, Poveglia Island, are a popular legend, but there's no definite evidence to prove their existence. While the island has a grim history, including use as a quarantine station during plague outbreaks and later as a mental asylum, the ghost stories are largely attributed to folklore and media portrayals. I say no, because you guys are trying to make this into a tourist destination or a local tourist park to get people there. So who's actually going to want to go to a place where you burned everybody? You have all these ghosts everywhere. You've got the illegal asylum where illegal things have happened. No. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Come to Italy. Come to Italy. Everything's fine. Don't look at the island. It's fine. The little girl on the island? Nah, don't look at that. No, that's fine.
Don't worry about the director taking a leap off the bell tower. He was just trying to learn how to fly.
The eyeballs out in the lagoon. Don't worry about that. That's fine.
Or the wheelchair racer.
Or the wheelchair racer. That's just Pietro. He just comes through from time to time. He's a guest here. He largely disappears into a wall because there used to be a hallway, but we've walled it up. But it's fine. And the guy that just laughs maniacally and crazy like, it's fine. Nothing to see here.
No, not now.
What
we got?
Josh Logan in the chat says, okay, we get a working visa and start a ghost tour, then we will be locals. All right, there we go. Hey. And if they don't pay the full amount, we just leave them on the island. Tammy says in the chat room, tourist attraction, get your chisel and hammer about the right eye. Spa treatment.
Mitch says, come on, we have a zillion creepy friends that would totally work that park. Oh, well. I'm sure we know quite a few that would love to do that.
Jamie Logan says, it's not normal to put a medical facility in the middle of nowhere. See? Lobotomy in the left eye, says Mitch Dunn. Well, probably that's why they were doing in the right, because it was more illegal then.
2 bits for the right eye.
No problem. Ancient origins claims there have been numerous reports of ghostly sightings and eerie noises on the island, including the sound of screams, moans, and laughter coming from the abandoned buildings. Some visitors have reported feeling a sense of dread or unease when visiting the island, and some have even claimed to have been physically attacked or pushed by unseen forces. Additionally, the island's isolation and abandonment for many years have contributed to its reputation as a haunted place. The island is off limits to the public and has been decaying for decades, adding to the eerie and unsettling atmosphere. And I say, when can we go?
Well, if it's been decaying all this time, why the hell do you want to bring it back as a freaking park? It's decaying for a reason. There's all those damn dead bodies there.
And the burning bodies coming out of the fog in the evening.
With the eyes aglow.
Like a Scooby-Doo mystery. Not really. There's no reports of wandering corpses coming out of the fog with the eyes, but we're going to add that to it because why not?
It fits.
We're just throwing it in there. We're adding to the legend of the island. It's worth noting that many of the ghost stories associated with Poveglia are based on rumors and legends, and there is no scientific evidence to support the claims of these supernatural experiences. However, those that have had those experiences are convinced there is truth behind these rumors. And I say that how could you not think about that?
Yeah, who knows? Bam, 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 bam. Where the hell is this shit? Yeah.
Buildings and structures from Wikipedia. The surviving buildings on the island consist of a cabana, a church, a hospital, an asylum, a bell tower, housing and administrative buildings for the staff. The bell tower is the most visible structure on the island. It dates back to the 12th century. It belonged to the Church San Vital, which was demolished under Napoleon's order in 1806. The tower was reused as a lighthouse. A bridge connects the island where buildings stand with the island that was given over to trees and fields. The octagonal fort is on the third separate island next to the island with the buildings, but unconnected to it. The fort consists solely of an earthen rampart faced on the outside with brick. The island contains one or more plague pits. Well, yeah. An estimate published by National Geographic suggested that over 100,000 people died on the island over the centuries and were buried in plague pits, and then they were dug back up, and more people were thrown on, and then you burned the plague pits, and then you probably covered them up, and then you unburied them again and put more people in it because you were running out of room because you're on islands.
Oh.
News reports in 2014-2015 said that the building and the rusting artifacts still existed. And I believe I do believe our favorite paranormal group happened to have been on that island.
Yeah, they were there 2009. I think they did like a 4-part series on that.
Unfortunately, I might have to watch that later on.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for those meddling paranormal investigators, Tammy says. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Jamie Logan in the chat. 3 islands. Isn't the number 3 significant in paranormal activity? Yes. Yes, it is. So, I mean, these islands are just so filled with bad mojo all the way around. 3 islands, insane asylum, illegal activities happen. We took all the dead bodies for the plague victims. We put them on the island, and we burned them on the island, and the island still got its ash from all the burnt bodies. And we brought in the insane asylum. Well, did a bunch of weird things, and we didn't tell anybody where the island was.
No.
So why does this island we're gonna make a park for everybody to go on to because it'll be a lovely walk in the park type of day.
You would think it being in Italy, they have better places for tourists to go than to make up a park Oh wait, for locals only. Never mind. Sorry about that. Shit. But I mean, looking at some of the pictures of this park or this island, he, I'm just like, where I want to know where the little girl was on the beach here because it looks like, and I can't zoom in anymore on these pictures, but it looks like it's walled around it, you know, like docks and I mean, where the hell's the beach on there?
Might be
I,
on the
on the
other side.
backside. Yeah, well, it ain't on that side with the octagon, that's for sure. Just saying. Anyhow. All right, next. No. Dang. I'm lost. I can't find it.
That's all right. So basically, all right, your 2 cents.
My 2 cents?
Your 2 cents on the island.
Oh, shit, my 2 cents. Every part of me says to stay the freaking hell away from it, but then there's the other side that says, I'm curious as hell and I want to get over there. I mean, it's got so much going on for it. Going from, you know, the plague to mental to suicides to you name it. It's got everything. And it's, you know, as an paranormal investigator, that's kind of what you want to look for is everything.
Yeah. I mean, you've got your asylum, you've got your plague victims, you've probably got wartime casualties,
you've got
illegal experiments,
you know,
suicides.
For me, it's I want to see the damn wheelchair racer. Like I said earlier, that just kind of I just want to see that. If I get there, see that, I'll be happy. I'll walk away. I want to see if he can beat me to the door.
We'll bring a folding wheelchair so you can race them. We'll start practicing now to get you faster. In the chat, Jamie says, I am surprised there isn't any Google Earth photos of activity.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. Why would Google Earth want to not be showing that?
Yeah, I didn't see any really. No. What the? No, can't do it. Forget it. Never. Oh. Dude, there looks like there's a wall of skulls on the island.
Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be?
What the hell is that? I'm just happen to go through some pictures here, and all I'm seeing is walls of skulls, that was never brought up. That's just creepy in itself. No, that's a lot of eyes on you. Josh was asking if the Crusades happened on the island as well. I wouldn't know, would you?
I don't know myself. So I would have to stay with the island being as big and crazy and everything. I'm going to say, even though the locals would like to say that it is not haunted and have all this, You got an asylum, so you already got to say, well, there's an asylum on it, so the reports of the doctor and everything else would have to kind of almost be true.
Yeah. There has to be some sort of documentation somewhere, whether they want to admit it or not.
Well, again, like anything else, if you're trying to attract people, you're not going to want to talk about all the bad stuff. You're going to skip over that and go, oh, yeah, look over here. See our leaning tower? What about the haunted island? No, there's no haunted island. Don't look at that. No. Look at the tower. Look at the tower. Look at the countryside. Look at everything else. Don't look over there.
Well, of course. If they made it an actual park for locals, how long do you think it'll stay for locals only?
I think on that end, I would have to try to sweet talk some sweet Italian woman into just saying, listen, how about you just say me and you were dating for the moment we go to the park and I look around and then afterwards I'll give you $50 or something or a bottle of wine and I'm out of here.
You'll bribe a local.
I will bribe a local. Just say I'm your boyfriend for one day. And then you, that way if they, card you or something. Oh, yeah. He's my boyfriend. He just moved over here. Find some elderly woman to be like, hey, I'm your grandson from America, right? Huh?
Wait, if no, you don't want that because she may know more stories of the island. Oh, well, wait, that'd be even better.
That'd be even better because then she would be able to tell me everything.
Yeah. That's why I corrected myself.
Yeah. Just say I'm your grandson. We're going to the island for the day, and it's for locals only. And
hey, we'll go have a picnic right over at this particular spot. That's where the dead bodies are. Next thing you know, a hand coming out of the ground, wanting that fried chicken or sandwich. Hell, maybe even a drink of wine.
We're paranormal investigators. We probably shake its hand and be like, here, let me pour you something. Tell me your story.
Here's an audio recorder. Just spill your beans, man.
Just go to town. But they'd probably be speaking Italian, which this is where having a local with us would be helpful. Because as we're doing the EVPs, they could translate it. I'm thinking. It's all about the thinking.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, since we've gone totally off the rails tonight.
Well, off and on, but
going off the rails on the crazy train, baby. We're going to go ahead and end it with about 5 minutes. Be sure to check our DBK Facebook page. We've got the walk poster up. Walk starts at 8 o'clock at Big River Tap Room, where you can come in, you can have meals, you can have food, you can have some drinks with yours truly. You get to hang with us for an hour. We're going to do some spirit box sessions. We're going to tell you all about everything on it inside, and then we are going to take out a walk to all the bad places. All the crimes happen. All the bordellos. It's all on their way.
Yes.
So I'm going to say we'll see you all next Sunday, and then we're going to pass it off to the king.
Hey! Well, I have to, before I do the good old outro there, I have to admit, I agree with Tammy. It was a good podcast. I loved all the interaction with all the comments and stuff in the chat. Loved it. We need more of that. But until next week, keep your cryptids close and tight and hug them all night long. See you next week.
See you next week, everybody. Bye.